and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is...
I'm sorry if I'm gone for a while. I have to stay hidden and keep my phone off. It produces light. I am so sorry.
Is 93 degrees.
As of writing, this is where the Twitter account stops. I'm sure at the point of publishing this video, there's been quite a lot more that's played out on the account, and I implore you to check it out. If you do go though, just make sure you have the lights on, since we know that the creator of this account most definitely doesn't.
From Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the Central Transit Hub.
Anxiety War is a channel that I've been following for quite a few years now, and I want to talk about his old content. The channel is run by a guy named Zach, and while he hasn't done anything disturbing himself, he's had quite a heavy hand in exposing child predators, vigilante style, through his YouTube channel. Unfortunately, if you head over to Zach's channel today, you'll come to realize that his content has most definitely changed and his direction has taken a complete 180 from his old days of busting child predators online. While this is so, there is one video that he's left up, and it's exactly how all of his old content was when I first found him. If you're curious as to why this channel has gone through a sudden change, the reason is simple. While Zach was successful in putting 7 men in jail through Anxiety War, he was actually sued by 2 of them. This basically threw him into the spotlight for quite a while as he faced these legal battles alongside police scrutiny for taking the subject matter into his own hands. YouTube also cracked down on him, essentially, temporarily, forcing his videos off of the platform and onto his own site, anxietywar.com. Ironically, that URL now redirects you to his YouTube channel with his new content. Anyway, back to the topic of the original Anxiety War. Zach's plan was simple. Disguise yourself as an underage girl or boy, go to online sites where predators are rumored to lurk, lure one to you by sweet-talking with them, and after days, or even weeks, agree to meet up with them. What the predators don't know, though, is that the entire thing is being filmed for a YouTube video, and that they're not actually meeting up with an underage kid at all. They're meeting up with Zach, who set out to expose them to the world and put them behind bars. Here's a portion of one of his confrontations with what he calls one of the most bizarre predators he's ever encountered.
I could write a book about all the lies and misconceptions that you hear in the media, and in the comment section. Encapsulating it all just by sharing my experience. That was, someone said that I'd become a boy. I've never really been too much in depth with this guy, but I think my experiences with him, what he has done, should be highlighted, unlike some other people have. Because this guy was the most bizarre predator I've seen. And it was really crazy. I think everyone should see what this guy has done. I wanted to emphasize a point that I made in my previous video, how dangerous it is to confront with students. Given that they were
technology or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruitment division. The Black Mesa Research Facility is an equal opportunity employer.
He said, "Here's a pic I won't get in trouble for." And in the very next photo,
a reminder to all Black
he
Mesa
unveiled
personnel.
what he was hiding.
Regular radiations and biohazard screenings
I think that was a fairly good intro for him.
In the Black Mesa
He sent
Research
another photo.
Facility.
I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with showing you a picture
or
of my
radiation
local.
checkup is grounds for immediate termination.
There he stood.
If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials,
He's gonna turn right, probably. If he turns right, that's our guy.
Safety officer immediately.
Oh, dude, he's gonna turn right. It's him. It's him.
Work smart. Your future depends on it. Now,
What he was doing was he bypassed Taco Bell and he went around the back and he was combing the area behind Taco Bell. He was going through all these little side streets and stuff. I know the area very well. So I knew what he was doing, and at one point we went right by each other, And then I saw his face, and of course, I'm just some 20-year-old in a car. But we bypassed each other. I thought, that's the dude! And I was just so excited. I knew I would see him at Taco Bell. Eventually, I knew eventually he would settle. I knew he had a lot to lose. I feared me saying, hey dude, what you did is sick and wrong, and I know you did this, and I know you did that, etc., etc. I feared talking about that because I didn't want him to react a certain way. So I left it at that. I just said, hey, how you doing? I'll show you the video.
Wow. How's it going? Where are you going? Alright, stay here. Wait, I gotta talk to you. He's leaving. He's after the little girl.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash.
I'll link his entire video down below, and it's an incredibly interesting watch to see how this sick individual sent videos and photos to what he thought was an underage girl. Also, if you search the term anxiety war on YouTube, you can find re-uploads of all of his old content scattered around other channels. Definitely give those a look as well. Anyway, why am I talking about this guy? Well, it seems that after Zach's unfortunate fallout with YouTube and the police, he seemed to spawn a movement across the platform known as the creep catchers. These people could be any ordinary person with a camera and a desire to expose creeps much like Zach did, and if you search the term on YouTube, you'll find creep catchers videos from all over the world. These guys have taken direct inspiration from Zach and turned it into something that's, while risky and illegal, a very noble cause. This should be setting off a red flag for many of you. Yes, there are creeps all around you, and yes, they could very easily be any everyday person that you might encounter. These predators all have lives and families, and it's evident on their Facebook pages that are usually shown after they're caught. What these guys are doing under all the ordinary Facebook lives and rushes of work and family is truly something dark and disturbing, and it's unbelievably striking how widespread this issue is. These types of people also always have the cookie-cutter excuse that they weren't actually going to pursue the child. Instead, they were going to teach them a lesson and educate them, blah blah blah. Creep catchers and anxiety war were on the right track, doing the work that the police wouldn't. While frowned upon in the US, hopefully someday we can create a system where willing civilians and law enforcement are able to work together to catch these creeps that lurk on the same internet that you might hand over to your children every single day.
I can't be bothered right now.
Access denied.
Are you 100% sure?
Last week, police were called to the residence of a man living in Phoenix, Arizona to arrest a woman named Jacqueline Claire Aids. Aids was involved in a disturbing stalking incident with the man and allegedly turned violent very quickly. The guy, who's unidentified, apparently met Aids through an online local dating service. Through this, they hit it off quickly and went on only one date. Things began to get weird afterwards though. Aids would begin to endlessly text the man, going as far as to send him upwards of over 65,000 text messages, and he claims that she sent anywhere from 400 to 500 texts per day. Most of these messages were very disturbing, and she made insane claims such as statements saying that she would bathe in his blood and that she wants his body parts. It doesn't even stop there though. She then began to vigorously stalk him, showing up at his place of work and claiming that she was his wife. What finally led to her arrest was when the man was out of the country. She showed up to his home during this time frame, and he was only able to find out due to wireless cameras placed throughout his property. After witnessing her in his house,